Positive thinking isn't just a fleeting emotion or an abstract idea. It's a powerful force that shapes the way we view the world, the way we interact with challenges, and most importantly, the way we move toward our goals. Imagine waking up every day with a mind that sees opportunities where others see obstacles. That's the essence of positive thinking. It's the ability to align your thoughts, emotions, and actions in a way that drives you forward, even in the face of adversity. But how do we cultivate this mindset? How do we ensure our thoughts empower us rather than hold us back? That's where the teachings of Buddhism offer profound guidance. Buddhism isn't just a religion, it's a philosophy of life rooted in principles that have stood the test of time. These teachings provide practical, timeless techniques to transform the way we think and ultimately how we achieve our goals. In this video, we'll explore 7 powerful Buddhist techniques designed to unlock the full potential of positive thinking. These aren't abstract concepts. They're actionable steps you can take today to rewire your mind, eliminate negativity, and focus on what truly matters. Whether you're aiming for personal growth, professional success, or inner peace, these techniques can serve as a guiding light. So let's embark on this transformative journey together. Lesson 1. Shift your perspective. Does life throw challenges at us? Boom! You set your goals, you make your plans, and then things start to fall apart, and suddenly it's something else altogether. What if I were to tell you these are not roadblocks? What if they aren't stepping stones but stepping stones? In Buddhism, there's a powerful teaching that says, it's not your suffering who is your enemy, it's a teacher. Well, think about that for a second. Our very struggles could actually be the ones that make us stronger, wiser, and more equipped to handle the randomness of that life. All comes down to your perspective of your situation. When a problem occurs, the automatic response is to think, why is this happening to me? Suppose you changed your thought to that. Rather than considering the problem as an issue, try to ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? This mindset shift will change everything. All of a sudden, it's not a problem, it's an opportunity for growth. Suppose you are climbing a mountain. Both every rock, every steep incline, and every storm you must endure on your way up are tests. They could be seen as causes to give up, or they could be seen as what makes the climb worthwhile. The benefits of the challenge are that without them, you wouldn't have had the triumph at the top. The way of life that Buddhism teaches us is that life works this way. Mindful reframing is a way that you can train yourself to start shifting your perspective. When something goes wrong, pause for a moment. Take a deep breath. Consciously look for the silver lining then. Very few people fail at everything, and I have failed at something. Instead of wandering into a black hole of negative thoughts, ask yourself, what did I learn from, and how can I improve? So many challenges had to be faced by Buddha himself. He gave up his royal life and lived years of hardship and shunned moments of extreme doubt. Each of those experiences, however, taught him something invaluable, eventually leading to enlightenment. His journey wasn't easy, but of what he gleaned from that journey, it was meaningful. As you begin to view challenges as opportunities, you begin to become a resilient individual. You relax your hold on fear of failure and open yourself to growth. The best part? It's contagious, and here's why. After you've started to think this way, you'll find positivity will come pouring into every aspect of your life. You won't fall anymore. They'll build you. So the next time life throws a curveball at you, remember, it's completely up to you how you choose to view it. Or you can let it destroy you, or let it change you. When you change perspective, you'll be surprised how the world changes with you. Lesson 2. The practice of mindful speech. Have you ever reflected on the words you speak every day? Not only what you say out loud, but also what you whisper to yourself in your mind. We don't realize just how powerful words are. They bring into image how we envision ourselves, in the way we have chosen to express ourselves, how the process goes in order to achieve goals, and how other people will perceive us. In Buddhism, there's a principle of right speech that advises us to use our words consciously, kindly, and with intention. That is not just about being polite or not using harsh language. It's deeper than that. What right speech is about is recognizing how remarkable the power of words is in our mind and around us. Think about it. When you tell yourself, "I can't do this," or "I'm not good enough," you're sowing seeds of doubt into your mind every single time. Whatever seeds you plant will grow just like a garden. Now let's flip that around. What if you could talk to yourself, encouraging yourself on the way? Instead of, "This is too hard," you say, "I'll figure it out." "You're not smart enough." Instead of, "I'm not smart enough, I can learn." Even these tiny words can change your mindset with time. This doesn't mean you are ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. Instead, it's about choosing to position yourself and your thoughts and words in such a way that allows you to feel empowered. When you speak what you are in your values and goals, you build a solid foundation of self-belief that nothing can shake. Let's link this into your goals. Have you ever considered the amount of times we sabotage our dreams by the very way we talk about them? "You cannot. I shall never get there. People like me do not succeed." These are invisible chains that keep you from moving until you even start from the very first step. Instead, when you realize you are breaking those chains by simply being conscious and changing your language, like, "I'm working toward it," "I'm getting better by the day," you can do it. Right speech doesn't just involve what you say to other people, it's also what you say to yourself. Celebrating the possibility of your goal is not wishful thinking. It is an act of putting your mind in the right place, and it's a way of telling yourself, "I'm capable, I'm going." Here's a simple practice to try. For example, every morning say one positive thing about yourself or your goals out loud. It may feel awkward for a minute, but stay with it. Something like this would work. "I'm learning to grow," or even "I have what it takes to succeed." As time goes by, you come to believe these sentences. That voice within, however, becomes part of your inner voice. The voice that channels your efforts when challenged, tells you what matters, helps you through. Again, words are a mirror. How you see yourself and the world is represented in your reflection, and your reflection in how you see yourself and the world. Saying things positively will start to make you see things positively. Mindful speech isn't simply about talking, it's about making a reality that feels like your goals are attainable and that your journey has purpose. Lesson 3. Focus on the present moment. We often find ourselves trapped in two places that don't really exist, the past and the future. We're replaying old mistakes, wishing we'd done things differently. Next, we're anticipating what's next, anticipating scenarios that may never occur. But where does that leave us? Stuck. While we're in a cycle of regret and anxiety, the only moment we really have is slipping away unnoticed. Buddhism offers a profound remedy for this struggle, mindfulness. It's the art of grounding yourself in the right now, of feeling each and every second that comes. By focusing on the present, you release the burden of yesterday and the anxiety of tomorrow from your mind. This is where positivity starts to come through. Think of it this way, but when you're looking back all the time, your mind starts to fill up with doubts. What if I hadn't made that mistake? Why didn't I try harder? They take your energy drain and they take your confidence. Instead, worrying about the future, I might fail or I am not good enough, can be quite fearful. All together, working together, These doubts and fears create a mental prison of fear, where you do not accomplish your goals. Being present gets you out of that prison. In practice, when you dwell on what you can do right now, you are thinking and acting deliberately, and your energy begins to become in alignment with your purpose. The power of the present moment is this: it keeps you grounded, productive, and open to possibilities. I am a big fan of using mindfulness meditation as one of the best ways to cultivate present moment awareness. And here's the good news: it's incredibly simple. Close your eyes and find a quiet spot to sit. Breathe in and feel that sensation of the air going into your lungs. Let your lungs empty and release it. And it will, though you don't have to force it. If your mind starts to wander, gently guide it back to your breath. It's like training a muscle. First, your mind will fight back, pulling you right into bad memories or future concerns. However, the ability to stay present does strengthen with time. With mindfulness, you'll begin to notice things like a bird chirping, the warmth of the sun, and the way your body feels at ease. And these small moments of awareness create a very strong foundation for positivity. It doesn't mean you're not present because you're not ignoring what's happening right now, or because you're not planning for the future. You mean you don't allow them to control you. The future holds opportunities, the past holds lessons, but in what are you focusing on right now? When you choose to let go of things you don't need to focus on in the present moment, you free yourself from too much. You get in control, you gain peace and clarity in your life. So with clarity comes positivity, which makes you positive and pushes you forward, fueled with purpose. If that's the case, take a deep breath. Let go of that which you cannot change, and simply trust that your presence in this moment is enough. Embracing the now lets you tap a strength in yourself. Nothing can rattle. Welcome to the first step of your journey, one mindful step with the other. Lesson 4. The power of visualization. Picture this: well, you've done your biggest goal. You may feel joy and pride, perhaps even a sense of accomplishment. It feels like you see yourself standing right here in that moment of your success, so fulfilled. But listen to this. The act of visualizing your success is nothing more than a feel-good exercise. But listen to this. I call this a powerful mental tool that can lead you on the way to actualizing that vision. This is the crux of visualization and harmonizes wonderfully with Buddhist meditative practice. Meditation is not simply about resitting or clearing your mind in Buddhism. It is about directing your mind with a purpose. Visualization operates on the same principle. Instead of doing breathwork or a mantra, you have a rich, vivid image in the mind about the life you want to live. Intentional practice activates the tremendous potential of your mind to have your thoughts and do things in a way that furthers your goals. Why visualization is so effective is because it uses your brain. There are studies that show that if you spend some time imagining yourself performing an action, your brain will fire in much the same way it does when you're actually performing the action. What this means is that every time you visualize success, you are mentally rehearsing for the real thing. On the eve of the performance, your brain is getting you ready for knocking down challenges, staying cognitively sharp, and performing with aplomb. Imagine a lousy situation that you're facing in your life, an important exam, a presentation, or a personal one, like going for that race. What was your mindset having to do with your success? Visualization trains that mindset. If you can see yourself succeed, if you can feel your achievement in your head, then you begin to learn that you can do it. That's a game changer. Visualization is a closely linked principle to Buddhist teachings that often hint at the power of intention. It's like planting a seed in the soil of your mind and setting a clear intention of what you want, is it? Whenever you visualize, you water that seed with focus and determination. The stronger that seed gets, the stronger it grows until it becomes action and results. Engaging all your senses with visualization is important to make visualization effective. Picture yourself getting your goal without your eyes open. Picture it as best as you can. What does it look like? What does it feel like? Put yourself in the moment. The more real and detailed your vision seems, the deeper your mind will connect to your vision. This practice over time rewires your thinking, replacing doubts and fears with confidence and motivation. Visualization isn't about having a dream of what you want to be and having things appear magically. It's ingrained mentally. You have to mentally prepare yourself to succeed. It helps you focus your thoughts, emotions, and energy on your goal in one direction, to have clarity and a reason for what you need to do. It becomes a powerful force to bring you nearer to the life that you dream about when paired with action. That means take a moment each day and close your eyes and step into your future. It's a chance for you to see yourself thriving, achieving, and living a life you want. Use that image as your inspiration, your actions, and your potential. Visualization is not only about imagining success, it's about building a mental framework to achieve that. Lesson 5. Choose what you want to surround yourself with. Mindset is directly affected by your environment. Whoever you're around determines whether or not you're uplifted or merely depressing. This concept isn't new. It is the Buddhist teaching of Sangha, the importance of community, a Sangha or a group of people that help each other grow and become more wholesome. The company you keep is an important reminder that no matter how strong or determined you are, you can't escape the company you happen to associate yourself with. Ponder who is in your life. Are they helping you become better, or are they seeding doubt and fear? Your energy is contagious. You can sense the energy of those around you. If you are with people who believe in possibilities, who believe there is hope for everything, then their mindset starts to contaminate you as well. Their words, actions, and perspective have inspired you not just to rise, but to rise above, to make challenges your target, and to be at your strongest when things get tough. At the same time, there can be just as powerful negative influences, but in different directions. Constant criticism, complaining, and focusing on what's wrong in life can force you to run out of energy and allow reinforcement of self-doubt. Sometimes this kind of influence is hard to distance yourself from, especially when they're nearby, but it is critical to protect your mental space and grow positivity. The Buddhist concept of Sangha reminds us that we are intentional about who we associate with. It doesn't mean you need a big bunch of people to surround yourself with. A few people who support you, challenge you to be better, and congratulate you on what you're doing are good too. They are the ones who always put a smile on your face because something reminded you of your potential, or the ones who are there when you forget or the path is not easy. First, determine people in your life that make you want to be your best self or even inspire you in some way. Spend more time with them, talk to them, meet them, learn their views on things, and tell them where you are going. Your positive relationships are fuel for your trip, the energy to keep you going. However, also spend some time examining the folks out there influencing you. As such, it's not only about people, but also about what you read, watch, and listen to. Is the content you're consuming uplifting your spirit and pushing you forward, or is it bringing you down with negativity? What you allow into your mental space is what will dictate your thoughts and attitude. Don't worry if you can't find positive influences in your current circle. This is a chance to increase the size of your Sangha. Find groups or communities that resonate with you, your goals, and your values. Find spaces where you can connect with people who have similar aspirations, whether it's a class, a hobby group, or an online forum. They can allow you that encouragement and accountability you need to stay on track. Don't forget that creating a positive environment is an ongoing process. What it really means is building a space where positivity leads, shaping a place where your goals feel supported, and you are not alone on parts of the journey. You will notice it becoming easier and easier to build your Sangha over time, and the more you surround yourself with positive people and influences, the more your mindset becomes stronger, your energy becomes more focused, and your path becomes clearer. At the end of the day, the people you spend time with shape you into the person you become. When you choose your circle carefully, you begin to see how your life starts to change when you are surrounded by people who lift and inspire you. Lesson 6. Cultivate joy in small wins. In today's fast-moving world, it's easy to overlook the small victories that happen along the way. We get so focused on the final goal that we forget to pause and appreciate the progress we have already made. But here is the truth. Every small win, even if it seems tiny, moves you one step closer to where you want to go. In Buddhism, we are taught to feel grateful and happy for everything in our lives, not only for the big things, but also for the smallest ones. Buddhist teachings remind us that when we notice the beauty of the present moment and the journey itself, we worry less about reaching the final destination. The practice of gratitude can be applied to every part of our lives, including our goals. Small actions are still actions. They still move you forward each time. Whether you are writing a page of your book, completing a task, or simply staying consistent, these moments deserve to be recognized. It is important to grow joy in these small wins because it shifts your mindset. Looking back at what you have done and how far you have come helps keep the cycle of motivation strong. It is like planting seeds of joy and gratitude in your mind, and those seeds slowly grow into stronger belief in your ability to succeed. So when you find yourself celebrating these small moments again and again, you begin to feel satisfied with where you are instead of feeling behind or chasing something unreachable. The original idea behind this comes from the Buddhist sense of contentment with what is. In Buddhism, instead of always chasing more, we learn to find peace in the present moment. No matter how small it may be, every victory is a chance to reflect, appreciate, and feel thankful. In fact, by celebrating these moments more often, you slowly train your mind to think in terms of abundance instead of lack. The key is to make this a regular part of your life. To begin, appreciate your progress every single day. Instead of waiting for a big success, pay attention to the small wins that appear every day. They exist in the small steps, daily efforts, and simple victories. The more you learn to feel joy in these moments, the more you will realize that your journey is becoming more meaningful and fulfilling. Gratitude for each step not only brings you closer to your destination, but also helps you enjoy the path you are walking. When you start practicing gratitude for small wins, you will notice that your energy stays high, your motivation stays alive, and your confidence keeps growing. Every small win is a reminder that you can do it, that you are moving forward, and that every step of the journey deserves recognition. So do not wait for the big moment. Find happiness in the next step, and that joy will transform the entire journey. Lesson 7. Embrace the concept of detachment. Letting go of trying to control what you cannot control is one of the most freeing lessons in life. Detachment is at the heart of this idea, a powerful principle in Buddhist teaching. Release the outcomes and focus on the process. It may sound unusual, almost the opposite of what we are usually taught. We are often told to hold tightly to our dreams and push hard to make them real. But detachment does not mean giving up on your goals. It means approaching them in a calm, balanced way without unnecessary pressure. When you hold too tightly to a certain result, your happiness becomes dependent on achieving it. Everything can feel like it falls apart if things do not go the way you expected. Frustration, worry, and sadness appear, and this attachment to results creates a cycle of stress, negative thinking, and emotional exhaustion. On the other hand, detachment allows you to give your best effort without being weighed down by fear of failure or being overly attached to success. One of the core lessons in Buddhism is that suffering often comes from clinging to people, things, or expectations. Detachment does not mean being cold or uncaring, which many people misunderstand. It simply means understanding that you cannot control everything and that life is constantly changing. When you accept this truth, you free yourself from the belief that things must happen in only one way for life to be good. Detachment does not mean you stop caring or lose passion for your goals. It means you avoid getting trapped in endless what-ifs and instead move your attention away from the unknown, bringing it back to the process, the actions you take today, and the effort you give. The truth is that when you release the need for a specific outcome, you become open to possibilities you may never have considered. You remain flexible, resilient, and present. For example, imagine you are working toward a promotion at your job. Detachment does not mean you stop trying, working, or caring. Since the result is never fully certain, it simply means staying committed, improving your skills, and doing your best without letting the final outcome define your value. This mindset not only reduces stress, but also helps you stay positive and motivated throughout the journey. Detachment is powerful because it helps you release what you cannot control and focus completely on what you can. You can never fully know the final result. You can only give your effort, keep a positive mindset, and take meaningful actions. This shift in focus helps keep your energy directed toward what truly matters, learning and growing. Through mindfulness meditation, you can learn to practice detachment. Take a few quiet moments during the day to sit calmly and focus on your breathing. When thoughts about outcomes or what-ifs arise, notice them but allow them to pass. This practice trains your mind to release expectations and stay present in the moment. As you begin to accept detachment, you will notice that your journey feels lighter and filled with greater joy. Stress slowly fades, leaving a calm focus that you can carry with you. You will start seeing setbacks as lessons to learn from rather than failures to fear. Most importantly, you will understand that your happiness does not rely on outside results, but is something you can create within yourself. Detachment allows you to give your best while staying free from the weight of outcomes. It is not about giving up on your goals, but about letting go of the fear and pressure attached to them. When you find this balance, positivity naturally stays with you, and your journey feels just as meaningful as the destination. Positive thinking is not just something you practice when you wake up. It becomes a way of living that guides you closer to your goals and shows you how far you can go. In this video, we explored powerful Buddhist practices that reveal the hidden strength of positive thinking. No matter what stage of life you're in or how stuck you may feel, these teachings offer steady steps toward a freer and more meaningful life. We began with changing your perspective, speaking mindfully, visualizing success, growing joy, and practicing detachment. But the truth is, simply knowing these ideas is not enough. When you begin to take action, real change starts to happen. You do not need to take a huge leap. Just begin with something small. Choose one practice that stood out to you today and add it to your daily routine. Continue doing it until it feels natural. Change does not happen instantly, but it grows step by step, slowly guiding you toward the life you want. The power of positivity is not something you need to search for. It already exists within you. These practices, and others like them, are simply tools to help you discover it, strengthen it, and trust it. The path will not always be easy, but every time you stay committed, you reshape your mind, improve your focus, and unlock your potential. So, here is a challenge for you. Take one step today, reflect on what you have learned, and ask yourself, what is one small thing I can do differently? Write it down, stay committed, and start now. Your future self will thank you, and as you move ahead, remember this. Positivity is not about ignoring life's challenges. It is about facing them with courage, hope, and strong belief in your ability to overcome them. With these practices and a positive mindset, no goal is too big and no obstacle is too difficult. If you found this video helpful, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay connected with more content that inspires and empowers you. Let us continue this journey together, step by step, as we unlock the incredible potential within.